Hey, what's going on guys? Logdotzip here, and welcome back to the Helm. Now this is version 2.0 of the Helm's tutorial guide because, oh my gosh, have we had updates since the last tutorial video. For those of you that do not know, the Helm is my custom class-based combat faction server. Definitely want you guys to check it out. The IP will be in the description, and this video's sole purpose is to educate you as best I can as to all of the awesome new abilities that have just come out for the Helm, as well as some hints as there's some that are coming soon. So what you're seeing right now is a table of contents with clickable annotations as well as the time in case you're on mobile that will let you kind of skip to where you need to learn. You know, maybe you saw something you already know how to do, you don't need to learn that, but you want to learn this. So that is there for you right now. I'm going to let that run for a little bit longer, but we're going to be covering a few core topics today. First is the class system, where you can choose different types of combat, warrior, archer, mage, etc. to be. We're going to be covering skills, which are the abilities that come with your classes that let you do cool things like heal your friends or launch them or do ground slams, things like that. And of course, we're going to be also discussing the key binding and item binding system that will allow you to use key binds to use your skills or just attach them to your favorite weapons. I'm glad to announce that in addition to this video, there is also a very in-depth guide right in game that you can access using some of the commands I'm about to show you. So sit tight, it's going to be quick but very educational. Hope you guys enjoy, and let's begin. Alright guys, so the first thing I want to show off to you is our main menu. You can access this by typing either /menu or /help at any time. This is the menu that will pop up upon doing it, and you are given a bunch of options upon opening it. The left side here deals with classes and skills and abilities and things of that nature. The right thing deals with like pets and hats and things of that nature as well. We've got a bug report coming very soon. This is toggle chat. This will toggle your private chat on and off, so if you don't want people messaging you. And of course, if you are ever stuck at any time in game and don't feel like coming back to this video, almost every single thing covered in this video, if not more, is covered in extremely detailed, written by me books that you'll be able to read anytime in game, so you don't gotta worry about that. You can access the commands at any time. We are going to be setting up a class. So to set up your class, you go ahead and click this. Now a class is what you play as on the Helm. You don't have to choose classes, but it's recommended you do. And what a class does is it has unique combat abilities or things to aid you in battle or just in general. And you level them up through experience by killing mobs or other players. And I don't know, I think it's just a great plugin. So it's as simple as choosing what class you want to be. You can switch between these at any time you want. There's a little bit of a cooldown, but you know, obviously I'm OP, can't handle it, so don't mess with me. So I can show off all the different classes at once. You can see they all also have their own individual levels. So I'm a level 1 warrior, I'm a level 14 mage, and I am a level 17 archers. So you can level them all individually. You can use all the different skills and abilities from each class individually, and you'll be able to switch between them to see what is your best fit for, you know, whatever battle's about to happen. Now there is also a option to reset your stats. Currently that is the clock over here. So what you'll do is if you click the clock, you'll get one more confirm menu, and you click the creeper and it'll blow up all your stats, and that will reset you to completely to 0. There's really no upside to doing that currently, but down the road we're going to have a prestige system where once you max out a stat, you can reset it for prestige, and that will come with, I don't know, modifiers or new abilities or things of that nature. It all depends really on how much you guys enjoy this stuff, but this is how you reset. If you want to switch classes, you don't need to reset your stats, so don't do it. Just switch by clicking on any of these ones instead. So that is how the class system works on the Helm. Now the next thing we want to cover are skills. Now skills are what are coupled with classes, the special abilities, yada yada, you heard about it. To access it, you're going to want to do either /menu, /help, and from there click the skill menu, or you can type /skills. So this is the skill tree of the archer class. For every class, it's going to be different stuff, so make sure you check them all out. So, as you can see, you have different options for skills you can level up. Now you gain levels by just killing mobs, and by killing other players you'll get experience for killing them. You cannot get experience off of mob spawners, and you cannot get experience off of mob grinders. It has to be either other people or just naturally in the night or in cave spawning mobs. So needless to say, might take a little bit of time to get some of those ultimate skills, but rest assured, it is worth it. It will turn the tide in battle, as you'll see in just a second here where I showcase some of these skills. So, for example, every time you gain a level, you get a point. And every time you get a point, you can put it into one of your skills. So, let's say I want to use the Assassin's Shroud ability. So I will put 1 point into that. You do that by simply left-clicking. So now you'll see Assassin's Shroud is 1 out of 3. If you want to take a point out of a skill for whatever reason so that you can put it towards something else, all you gotta do is right-click. So suddenly you got your point back, and it is back at 0 at 3. Now if you look at the lore here, you'll see what level you need, how much mana it costs to use it, what level tier of it is, because as you can see, it's 0 out of 3. Every point you put into it, it actually kind of improves the ability. And of course you've got descriptions, the cooldown, how long before you can cast it again, because you can't just spam it, and how long it lasts. So Assassin's Shroud, if you use this skill, it will cloak yourself and make yourself invisible for 6 seconds. Now watch what happens when I put a point back into it. You'll notice that an arrow will pop up for things that change in duration. So now once you've upgraded it, if you upgrade it again, that duration will go from 6 seconds to 8 seconds. So let's upgrade it again. Now it's from 8 to 10 seconds, and I actually can't get that one. I'm not strong enough. So let's put some points somewhere else. This one's got a lot more stuff. The bandage is what heals you. This will heal you in battle. So if you bind this to something or you use it as an ability or a skill, it will heal you for it. It costs 5 mana. You can only use it once a minute. It heals you 20, which is, I believe, 10 full hearts, and it's got a 10% chance of giving you a strength boost. Now, of course, again, the more you level this, look, almost all the stats change this time. The duration, the amount it heals goes up, the percentage chance of getting a strength boost goes up. So obviously there is good interest in making sure you level all your skills more than once. Now let's go ahead and go over to one of these where you can see it moves to the right a little bit. This is a special skill that actually requires this previous one in order to use this one. So if you want Arrow Swarm, which, by the way, pause this mother and check this out. This looks crazy. So in order to get Arrow Swarm, you need to get Dimension Arrow first. So as you can see, I'll try and buy this. Even though I have the right level, I need at least a level 1 Dimension Arrow. You can see in red the requirements you're missing. So I can't buy it, but once I buy the Dimension Arrow, I can go ahead and now get Arrow Swarm. Eventually, once players start maxing out their classes more, we will be filling this board across with skills as we continue to update. So that is just one example of the classes and the skills that they come with on the Helm. Alright guys, so today I have with me Yarrow and One Gang. They play on my server, so hey to them both. They are going to be showcasing the classes along with me and some of the skills that go with it. So One Gang is a warrior, Yarrow is a mage, and as you can see from the tab list here, I am an archer. So I've had them pick out a few skills from each class that they want to show off, and we're just going to show off a few of them. So I'm going to go ahead and start with mine. Right now, I'm going to pull Assassin's Shroud, and I've gone ahead and keybound the abilities. Right now, you can still see the armor, but we're actually pushing out an update very soon here that will hide the armor, so you'll be completely invisible for a short amount of time. It's good for escaping. So I guess now we will go ahead and go with One Gang. Why don't you show off a basic technique you got?
It's like, has a chance to put slowness on people, and it like...
Whoa, you just charge like that? Alright, cool. So Yarrow, now why don't you show us a basic mage ability?
Alright, this is called Repulse.
Okay.
So I'm going to demonstrate on One Gang.
Okay. Whoa, nice
It
launch. Poison jab, and it poisons whoever I hit with it. So Yarrow, stand still. You meet your maker. Haha. Wow, that's actually really strong.
Leg sweep. It's like freezes them, it stuns them, and it does a pretty good amount of damage.
Let's see it. Ooh, you got 1.5 hearts of damage, and I can't move.
Alright, this is called Swap. So basically, it teleports the person to you. So with One Gang, if I jump above him and then I swap him, I can launch him into the air.
Wow, look at that. So basically, I can bind skills in addition to using the hotbar, as shown before, to specific items. So you just do class, bind, and then the skill you want to bind. So in this case, I'm binding bandage, which is not on my bar here. Now, anytime I want to use the bandage ability, you just sneak, whatever your sneak key is, sneak and right click, and it will cast bandage. So in this case, bandage heals me.
We're going to do a little bit of a combo.
I like
He's
it.
going to use Ground Slam, and I'm going to use Repulse. So, right there.
Right here?
Come
Just
a
stay
little
right
closer,
here?
One Gang. Yep.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm ready. Oh, wow. That was great. I just leveled my acrobatics doing that. Thank you, guys. I've got one more ability I want to show off as well, and that is the Dimension Arrow, and I really hope I hit. So what the Dimension Arrow does is whatever target you hit, it teleports you to them. So I'm going to hope I hit this. Come on. Wow, that was way off.
And the mage has an ability similar to it called Teleport Charge.
Yeah, you use it on me. Wow, look at that, and it teleports you right to me. So if I wasn't such a bad shot, that's what would have happened, but in reverse. So anyways, guys, that is a showcase of some of these skills. There are many more not even shown off in this, and there are going to be more classes being added, all with unique skills as well. So we hope you enjoyed it, and thank you, Yarrow and One Gang, for showcasing with me. Alright, so at this point, you're probably asking yourself, how are you using all those frickin' abilities in your hotbar without scrolling to them? Well, that's what I'm about to show you in this part of the tutorial, which focuses on skill binding and your hotbar. Now, I want to show off something to you right now, guys. As you can see, when I press 2 on my keyboard, because I'm already on 1, when I press 2, my hotbar scrolls to slot 2. When I press 1, it'll go to 1, 3, 4, 5, etc. What this is your hotbar, and these are keybinds. If you want to change keybinds so that you can use abilities the way you saw in that skills tutorial, this is the way to do it. If you don't want to mess with that, you can skip this part, or you can just watch it anyway so you know, because it is really useful, and I would recommend you try and learn it if you feel so willing. So you'll just make your way over to controls, and this is where your hotbar slots are. So you can change these to do anything. So for example, if I wanted to press S instead of 1 to scroll to 1, I'm pressing S right now. You're just gonna have to trust me. It does it to there instead. So now what you can do is, when I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back into skills really quickly here, and we will set some keybinds. So I'm going to go ahead and choose skills. Oh, and which, by the way, you'll notice my skill bar is off right now. If you ever have pumpkin seeds or anything like that in your inventory, you don't know why, it's because your skill bar is on. If you want to turn it off, you can either type /bar, or you can go to /menu and just click it off right there from here. When the melons are black, it means it's off. When the melons are white, it means it's on. Now what this is this is where you place the skills you want to use on your hotbar. If you have pumpkin seeds in this bar or the skill, you cannot use this for something. If you try and scroll to it, it will scroll back immediately. You won't be able to place anything else there. That is where your abilities are. Those abilities are locked to that slot. But I'm going to show you how to use them right now. So we're going to go to skills. Open up the skills menu, and as you can see, I've got a couple things leveled up. I've got Assassin Shroud leveled up. So what I'm gonna do is click the button associated with this key, and what that's going to do is, once I hover over it and press that, it's gonna assign it to that key. So now whenever I press that key, it scrolls to that, and as you can see, suddenly, well, I see I'm invisible. You can't see me. Watch. There I am. So when you press that down, it scrolls immediately to that, and you can do it with, actually, you can do it with as many as you want. In order to make more slots for you, you just right-click with your bar enabled, open up any menu. It doesn't matter if it's your inventory, if it's a chest, or anything. All you do is right-click it, and that, it will put down seeds. You can only have a maximum of 8 because you need one slot where you have to be able to scroll to in case you don't have all 9 abilities used. So you can do 8, you can do any combination, and then all you gotta do from there is set what you want your skills to be. So I think I want this skill. Let's level this up once. He's gonna be on 2. If you don't do it itself, it'll do it automatically left to right. So we'll just click that one on, we'll click that one on, that one on, that one on. So suddenly you can see everything slowly filling up. I guess I'm not high enough level to use the rest of these. But again, if you want to do it your own, just set the keys. I'm going to put it that one. We're going to put the one right next to it. And we'll put this one right there. So it sets them. And then again, if you want to fire them off, you just press the button and it'll switch to them immediately. So super useful. Alternatively, if you don't want to use that, remember, you can just type /bar or go to the menu and do it through there. And it will turn it off. You don't even have to worry about it. If you want it back, you type /bar again. It will remember where everything was. So it is super cool. However, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I perfectly understand that. So I'm going to go to game mode 1 really quick. Give myself any item. It doesn't even matter what item it is. So what I'm going to do is just take an enchanted book, because I want to show off to you that it can be any item. So instead of binding it to a hotbar, you can bind it to any item you want. And that is as simple as typing in /class space bind. Eventually it's just going to be /bind. For now it's class space bind space the name of the ability. You have to make sure you've got the ability unlocked, and you've got to make sure you've got access to it. If you switch classes and that ability does not transfer, which it won't, you're going to have to reset it because you won't be able to use a skill from one class once you switch classes to something else. So let's go back to this class space bind space. I want to do bandage every time I use the ability on the book. So now bandage has been bound to enchanted book. Now every time I sneak, I'm sneaking right now, you can't really tell, but every time you sneak and then right click, you will cast that spell. It does not matter what item you put on. You can put it on a sword, on a bow, you can put it on a pork chop. You sneak and right click, it will cast it. Oh my gosh, Mother Nature's telling me to wrap things up, guys. Anyways, that is actually the basic tutorial for the Helm. I've done my very best to describe to you in great length and detail how to use our custom plugins. I think it's real simple. I think if you give it a shot, you guys are going to love it. Again, if you ever need assistance at any time while in game, just type /menu or /help, click the books, and basically everything I said in this video is going to be in all of these books right here, including a little welcome book by us. So I hope you guys check it out, and I hope you enjoy the new user interface. We're going to be pushing out a bunch more updates. We've got a lot of talented people on board taking care of the Helm now, and we got some exciting stuff soon. So make sure, if you did not already, to catch episode 1 of season 2 of the Helm. It went up today as well. I want you guys to see it, and of course, please come check out the server. That's why I'm doing it. I want to see you guys having fun on my server. Again, the IP is play.thehelmmc.net. I look forward to seeing you there, and of course, guys, we will catch you later. Thanks again.